Welcome to Transforming with Drew, where we talk about all things transgender from F to M to M to Fs and how to change your life for the better. Hello everybody, welcome back to Transforming with Drew. I know I was a little bit on a hiatus last week, but I am recovering from top surgery, which actually is the topic of today. So, first and foremost, I am feeling good now. I've been going through top surgery and kind of dealing with what they call post-op depression, and that looks a lot like, being tired and anxious and irritable, sad, hypercritical, and then eventually, once you get past the first couple weeks, you get a little bit more positive, more confident, and especially how after the surgery looks. Mainly it's because I haven't been able to sleep well. I'm extremely independent human being, and not being able to do things kind of really messed with me a bit, so I've been kind of working on that. Now, I do want to talk about the types of top surgery they have. There are 6 main types of top surgery. The 2 most popular are double incision and periolar, but there's also buttonhole, keyhole, minimum scar, and inverted T. So I want to kind of understand, or give everybody kind of an understanding that everyone's journey is different. Not everybody's going to get the same type of surgery. Not everybody's going to qualify for the same type of surgery. Naturally, a lot of people I know want to have either keyhole or periola because they're like, oh, I don't want to have a big scar. But not many people actually qualify for those because it does depend on size. So, periola top surgery does involve removing some fat skin without repositioning or moving the nipple at all. But it's mostly people who are A and B cups and who have really good skin elasticity. This is also like a genetic factor. And as well, if you're smoking, you may affect your elasticity, so don't smoke. Also make sure that if you're not, fluctuating too much in weight, because extreme weight loss after heavier weight can affect if you can have periola. Now, I got double incision, also known as DI. It's a little bit more invasive. It's extremely popular. This surgery kind of gives you a little bit more creativity on whether you want have a flat chest or have a masculine sculpted chest. I did choose to have my chest masked because I wanted to look as passing as possible for myself, because it is my own journey and I do not feel dysphoria from having a masculine-sized chest. Now, some of these surgeries do include liposuction, chest contouring to create a more masculine appearance, but like I said, you don't have to do that. Now, they will remove the nipple. Some of them actually remove them completely, which is what most non-binary people do, or people who have a gender dysphoria or a dysphoria with nipples in general. They'll opt to not have nipples. I personally got my nipples repositioned and put on and grafted back on, which takes about 6 weeks for the initial healing process, and then it takes another year to go through everything and just making sure that it is, covered. Now, most surgeries do vary, by the way, between $6,000 to $12,000, depending on your location. I personally went to Dr. Gallagher in Miami, because in Massachusetts, top surgery ranged between $15,000 to $22,000, and I am self-pay. Not to mention, I personally like her bedside manner, the way she helped me, and the fact that I was able to get a small loan to pay off part of it, and then because my surgery was a couple months out, I just worked hard to pay off the rest and builds credit. So at work, her surgery cost me $9,750, and that's not including any of the travel or the car or anything like that, but it definitely is worth it for me. Now, back to the other type of surgeries. They have keyhole top surgery, which is a procedure ideal, again, for people who have really small elasticity skin. What they do is they actually go from the bottom of the areola and remove the breast tissue for that. It's almost kind of similar to buttonhole, but buttonhole, instead of using instead of using just a little small part, they'll actually free the nipple and resize it and attach it after they take out the fat from your nipple area. They have an inverted T-top surgery, which is mostly ideal for those who have larger chest and have problems with elasticity in their skin. So if it's somebody who doesn't really have an elastic skin, the procedure is very similar to DI, but it's using extra vertical incision. And the reason for this is to help for any redraping of the skin so there's not too much skin folding, which is ideal to help you look very masculine or very comfortable in your skin, so it helps with any fold. Then there's the minimal scar top surgery, which again is used for people who have smaller breast tissue. What they do is they put in a small incision on the side of your chest away from the areola and actually remove the breast tissue that way. Now, again, there are a lot of things you have to consider with top surgery. Number one, everybody's different, so you can't expect to have the same surgery that I had or vice versa. First and foremost, rule number one, don't smoke. You should not smoke at least 6 weeks before top surgery. And that can actually lengthen the healing process, and this is true for secondhand smoke. So if you live with someone who's a heavy smoker, please tell them to smoke outside the house. Also, don't smoke after top surgery too. And honestly, my favorite surgeon, again, Dr. Gallagher, says if you quit smoking before and you're not smoking after, there's no point in smoking again. Avoid taking medication that's in the blood, like aspirin. You definitely want to avoid this because you can have excessive blood loss during surgery. Plan to take off some time. Some people with a desktop take 1 to 2 weeks off to heal from surgery. People with intensive jobs take between 3 to 5 weeks off of surgery. I took 1 week off because I do work from home, and my boss is super understanding. She's married to a transgender male, so I got extremely lucky, and she's also made me take days off where I wasn't feeling so good. So secure assistance. Okay, I could not begin to thank my wife enough. My wife hates driving with a severe passion, and we actually saw my family the day after top surgery. I did get permission to go, and she had to drive 4 hours from Miami all the way to Palmetto to see my family, but she took care of me, and this is why. When I got out of top surgery, because I have a mild reaction to certain sedatives or painkillers, I get sick. I was getting sick a lot. So I woke up out of surgery, I got sick. And when I went home, I got sick. Now, if I didn't have her to take care of me and to watch me, the possibility of me getting sick while I was asleep was high, and that is deadly. So you want to make sure that you actually have somebody helping you. My wife assisted me with eating, changing clothes, addressing wounds, and she also made sure I was getting up and out of bed, so I'm extremely grateful for that. Now, you're going to want to take care of where you're going to stay before you go. I recommend having every electronics chargers, everything nearby, bottles of water, books, TV, whatever it is you need, have it, okay? You're not going to be able to sleep on your side, which, trust me, you won't, or on your stomach weeks after surgery. I'm still waiting for the day to sleep on my side to hold my wife. That's like one of my things. So here's what I recommend. I have at night a pillow on my left side, my right side, 2 behind me, and a mastectomy pillow. Now, the mastectomy pillows help save me. And the reason why is because I open the mastectomy pillow on the bottom of the zipper, and where the arm parts are, I put ice packs in, so that helped reduce a lot of the swelling I had underneath my arms, and it helped me sleep, and it helped me keep aware of what I needed to do while I was sleeping. So that is also another thing. Now, they say you can't drive at least 2 days after surgery. Some people wait weeks, but so you want to make sure you have all your medication and food. That's going to help you a lot too, and that's definitely helped me. My wife took me to the pharmacist with her, so she did not want to leave me out of her sight as much as possible. She did leave me in the car. Apparently, the car that we had, you had to keep the keys on you, so she's like, oh, should I keep the keys? Me and my stupor, I guess, of my medication stupor, just held on to the keys in my hand out the entire time she was gone, which is kind of cute. So now, after you recover from top surgery, this all depends on your surgeon, but my surgeon had me wear a specific compression binder that was a complete chest binder to help with the bruising, the swelling, and everything else. Now, I don't have draining tubes, so because I didn't have draining tubes, I just wore the binder. Some people will have draining tubes. There are other products for that. I highly recommend looking into like a fanny pack for them, because I've seen people use fanny packs, things of that nature, because those are going to feel a little uncomfortable. It all depends on how your surgeon does the surgery. If they do a cross stitch in your chest, I believe that's quilted cross stitch, and they shouldn't have to have drains, but like I said, every surgeon's different. You can only move your arms at the elbow post-op. Moving your arms too much will accumulate more fluid, so you have to be a little bit careful. You're going to have to change your incisions and stuff. So here's what happened with me. I got home from my DI. I was wearing my compression binder. Was told I was allowed to shower 2 days after. I took like a weird shower with, of course, with help by my wife. She helped put like a washcloth and stuff, but it wasn't anything intensive. I had dressing all over my chest. So I started surgeries on a Tuesday. On a Friday, I had my nipple reveal. I was told I didn't have to wear my compression top anymore, and I've been taking care of my nipples by changing my dressing twice a day, putting Besotracin on. That's what they personally like using. Like I said, every surgeon's different. So I've been taking care of that, making sure that my nipples don't dry out. Again, this is for what my surgeon has said and how she runs. So far, my nipples look great. I harass them like crazy. They talk to me and they're amazing. So avoid drinking alcohol or smoking the first 3 weeks after surgery, as it could shrink your capillaries, apparently I can't speak today, and slow down your healing process. All right, now since, like I said, nipples are grafted, you have to be careful because if some of them become flaky and scabs, it's normal. It's normal for them to look like zombies. It's like what my friends call them. So it's kind of like you'll see your nipples change all colors. Mine have been pink, they've been yellow, they've been kind of a weird off brownish black color. They've looked dead a couple times. It is what it is. Now, avoid sunlight for 6 months after surgery because you don't want to darken any of your scars. And speaking of scar care, after I hit 2 weeks, I was able to do the silicone tape, which is what I'm doing. When I hit the 6-week mark, I'll be able to start massaging my scars, which I will be doing with silicone gel and vitamin E oil. Now, I have been told that silicone is the only thing that has been scientifically and medically proven to reduce the appearance of scars. So that is something that I was told by my surgeon and a few other doctors. Potential things that you do want to watch out for with top surgery is excessive swelling, pain, redness, bleeding, fever, and infection and pus. Now, it's a serious thing, but less than half of 1% of people who get top surgery have issues from top surgery, so just be careful. Risk is always, a risk of infection is always there, even if it is below 1%. So pretty much like what I can say, the idea of having top surgery is really to help with gender dysphoria. It can save lives, like I said. It can make people feel a heck of a lot better. It can free individuals. Now I'm going through my post-op depression, but honestly, I am starting to feel better. It is nice being able to walk around and being gendered correctly because I'm not wearing like a binder, which still didn't do enough for me at the time. It's amazing. And what I highly recommend, if you can, is to do research in your area on if you want to go to a certain surgeon, research them, talk to them, communicate with them, make sure that you are happy and comfortable with them. Also, if you do have the ability to fly out, I recommend talking to Dr. Gallagher. She's amazing. She writes different, medical journals and stuff for transgender people. She also has a book called Gender Affirming out on Amazon, where proceeds do go out to transgender people. She's an amazing human being. She cares about what she does, and she cares about everything that there is when it comes to transgender people. And I could not have been happier to have an amazing surgeon. Definitely. So, first and foremost, I would like to say again, thank you for listening. If anybody could benefit from this, please share it to your friends, family members, coworkers. At this point, share it and let people know that we are just as human as they are. And until next time, live with purpose and live your truth. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please remember to hit the subscribe button. If you found this information useful, please share it with your friends or family members. Have a wonderful day.